Thank you, Lagos. You're welcome once again to Daybreak Africa from our studio in Ondo State, the sunshine state of the nation. It's a beautiful Friday morning. I am Yoneda Joshua Odeji.
I am Sandra Ago. Good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning, Joshua.
It is another wonderful weekend again here in Ondo State, and I was looking at everything that was going to happen today, and I was like, well, let today be quite special because this is going to be the final Friday of the month of November. We're going to be having music all through. And with us in the studio is one of Ondo's finest musicians in the person of Sambar. Welcome to the show, Sambar.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to have you.
Now, so one thing, I was listening to one of your songs this morning, and I was while on radio, and I never knew it had an old edition itself. That was the Good Morning Sir, and all that. I think we would like to hear the Good Morning Sir even before we go deeper into the interview and all. So let's have Good Morning Sir. Let's listen to it briefly before we continue the show.
Èdè òyìnbó kì í ṣe ti bàbá mi. Wọ́n ní nǹkan katapila, èyí mẹ́ta fò sálẹ̀. Mo sọ òyìnbó títí mo gba sáré bí kẹ́tì. Ajá ọbẹ̀ la ṣe díẹ̀ ló lè o. Good morning, sir.
Welcome back. That was Good Morning Sir by Sambar. Now, what inspired this cover actually? Because I know that it wasn't an actual song from time. It was a song that came from 1961 before you did a cover on it. So what actually inspired it?
So the original version of that song was done by Patunje Yelaza. So I always love to mention that name with honor, with respect. So when I discover most of this generation are not really exposed to those quality materials. So I just repackage it, redesign the instrumentation progression, and improvise some basic things on it. But people used to think I'm the owner of that song, so I don't take that credit. I always tell them that the person that I refer them to the original version of the song.
So let us get to meet you before we go far into the interview. Who is Sambar and how did you start your music career?
My name is Adekunle Samuel. People call me Sambar. I started music professionally in 2007. Though the potential in me have been manifesting from childhood, but professionally I started in 2007 by forming a musical group. We do only jazz. With fusion, African fusion.
Jazz, African fusion.
So we exhibit most of African percussion with little touch of strings.
So you talked about Afro fusion. You talked about the fact that you use jazz music. It's something that is not quite popular totally when it comes to traditional kind of, doing those kind of. I don't think it's too popular. What actually inspired you to go into that line?
All this jazzy, rocky, and groovy music is rooted with Africa. It comes from Africa. So when I started, it's like I was singing classical, orchestra, particularly hip hop. So they said, why would I go into such music? But I just love it. It makes me happy. And people are subscribing to it. Some people are subscribing to it. I just want my music to find, like Bob Marley used to say, it's not singing for everyone, but I want my music to find its right people, to get to its right people. So I'm okay with that.
But everyone in the Nigerian music industry is looking at that. Where is the place of funds come into play? Because everyone wants to do music for money. Everyone wants to, at least many people, most artists that I know, wants to do music so that they can make money. What's your own perspective towards it? You want to get to your audience and all?
No, money is good, but there are a lot of bigger things you can achieve with music. Music is an avenue to even immortalize yourself. I always tell people that money, mansions, luxury vehicles, and the biggest thing you can achieve with music. The biggest thing a musician can achieve with music is immortality. You can register yourself, maybe after you might have gone your materials, because I know some materials that has blessed me. Even those that initiated those materials died before my inception, but I'm still blessed with their material. They still sought after it. Who is this person? I want to know more about this person. Those people have really achieved great things. Peradventure, if they've built a mansion, acquire a lot of material things, I know that none of them would have still, even house, if you don't maintain it, it will become moribund over time.
So you chose music first, like music has been your first choice. If you are not doing music, what else would you be doing?
I'll be doing painting, artists, and I'm still doing it.
Okay, you know painting is also artistry.
But not for music. Music have taken me away from other potential. I used to paint. I used to do other things like molding. But when I got photography, I used to do all those things. But when I got into music, I just channel all my attention into music. But once in a while, I used to do all that.
Well, I thought it was supposed to, because I know a lot about artistic people and co, because I belong to that whole field too as well. At least there's always an avenue to showcase each part of it. So sometimes, how do you balance has ever come to a time you just felt like, let me just quit for some time, let me just focus on this first, then at least later, maybe as time goes by, I'll come back to the music and all that? Has it ever come to a point where
I've never felt that. I've always looked for a way a means to leverage on that, if I must feature all those ones. And thank God they are still in the same cycle. Sometimes I tell the director of my videos, I draft the storyboard with artistic expression. So that's what I do. But I've never for once taken a break about music. Since I started professionally, I've been so active. I missed a lot of challenges, but I've never for once take a break.
Now, you said you faced a lot of challenges. I think.
I want to hear the challenges. What has been those challenges that you faced?
There are a lot of challenges, but I won't really talk about money, you know. Money is a general challenge. And mostly, if you are not born with golden spoon or silver spoon, as they used to say, but there's always a way, but I won't talk about that. The biggest challenge I've faced is the kind of view our people have on our culture. I experience a lot of stigmatization. So people believe, oh, this guy has been initiated in the kind of powerful occultism. So the perspective of our culture, they think once you are exhibiting our culture, you are an idolater, you are projecting idol. I always tell people there's this big line, not even a tiny line, big dichotomy between our culture and idolatry. So people should identify that. So when I started, as you say, you are projecting African culture, particularly in church. Oh, they've initiated this guy. Africa, of all music, you are singing African culture, you are celebrating idols. So it used to pain me. And this issue of our language, every part of our culture, they see it as somehow inferior. You know, once you see a child that's very fluent in Western utterances, oh, he's very brilliant. Once you see someone, he or she is not able to express themselves in English language, because this one has nothing to offer. So we've narrowed down the all human functionality, human success to be lied on Western ways. Before the inception of Western people, the colonial people, before they introduce all these things, it's good, I'm not condemning them, but we should take it alongside with our culture. We should match on our cultural norms and values and embrace Western things. So these are what I've been trying to establish, to tell people That there is value and so much. As a matter of fact, if we want to be successful as a country, there's a place for our culture. We should be able to identify that place. We have a lot of proof, likes of China, other Asia countries, and you go through their success and their storyline, you know that the culture contributes.
Yeah, plays a very large part in the success.
It's that time our people stop looking down on our culture and think it is inferior to Western ways. Our people have been surviving before the inception of Western people. So that's just little challenges, and I'm using this medium to persuade everyone to change that view.
Well,
and we have to change it.
And stick to our tradition so that we don't lose everything that we have, because gradually, sincerely, I agree with you. We are beginning to lose
a lot of things.
But
one thing I would like to, because of we are about to round off this segment now, but I have two things still in question. One, where do you intend to go to musically? What's the height you want to actually achieve? I know you talked about immortality, but like achievements, like aside from the immortality, what are some?
That achievement I've been hoping for, I can't wait to have, is traveling around the whole continent to project African culture to people, particularly the black people that have lost. Many black people around the world are in darkness. They don't even know their roots. They don't know. I watched an interview of a black man. He said one thing is that he doesn't even know his roots. He doesn't have any dialect. But he knows that he doesn't belong to that place. So I want to reveal Africa to those people, to retrieve that lost glory of African culture to them. So that's my simple goal.
Okay, so but finally, before we end this whole segment, I've been staying at the guitar for quite some time, and I would just like to hear a tune from the guitar.
Okay.
And you can also sing along with us. Sing us something that is sweet.
Oh yes, we are moving on. Some all hate my Africa. Sherry Poda Ratiwani. Sherry Poda Ratiwani. Sherry Poda Ratiwani. Sherry Yebo Tirewato. Kagbela Rugetiwani. Oh. We are the pride of Africa. We are the pride of Africa. We are the pride of Africa.
Wow.
That is amazing.
Wow. I think that's one of the perfect ways.
These are the kind of things that get me jealous, and I just keep wishing, how don't I know how to do stuff like this?
Maybe you should go and meet Fireboy. The jealous person too as well. But wow, thanks so much, Sam, for being a part of this.
Thank you so much.
We really love the whole segment. I love the guitar. I think that this is my highlight of the whole show, and I always pick that any day, anytime.
Please stop showing off, Joshua.
I'm not showing off. I'm only commenting. And
you are shaming those that are not interested in, or those that don't know how to do music. People
don't worry,
like
one
me.
day you will learn. One day you will learn. Thanks so much, Sambar, for being a part of the show. Really appreciate you coming. We hope our viewers out there enjoyed it. And like he said, appreciate your culture, appreciate Africa. And we are bringing Africa to you live and direct wherever you are around the world with Sambar. But right about now, let's go on a short break. When we're back, we'll continue the show. Stay with us.